Let the alpha be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome back to the panel. We've got 2 best of ones down and 3 more to go before we get to that winner bracket finals. We've got a change of panel as well. Lacoste, welcome back, bud.
Thank you, buddy.
Subbing you in. I like it. We're back. I haven't seen you in a while. It's been since like yesterday
I was
morning
there.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh, way over there. Very far away. How was the game? How was the cast? Did you have a good time?
Pretty short.
It was a pretty quick one, eh?
It was a quick one.
I expected it, though.
Yeah, I guess we all sort of did. But this
one
next one...
way or another, honestly.
Yeah.
Even a Fnatic one, it would have been pretty quick, too.
This next one might not be so short, though. We've got SG versus Virtus Pro, the South American Brazilian squad versus the CIS champions that took first in the last major. Best of one, elimination on the line. What do you think, Lacoste? How you feeling coming into this series?
I don't know. I feel Virtus Pro is not the same as in the previous patch. Seems like they need more time to adapt, to be honest. Even in the first game yesterday, they looked so shaky with the Alk. They had like 20, 30k gold advantage, then they blew it. Also, in the last game against Vici Gaming, they also just got stomped. Like 2 supports pretty much just got caught 15 to 17 times.
Yeah, that last series was a little odd. I feel like game 1, it was, again, that same issue where we had this Wyvern. They were so close to winning that game, first off. I mean, they just had to kill that AM that one time, and I think they would have had it. He would have just been dead forever. He had no buyback, and they couldn't quite get him just because of all the defensive options from the Wyvern and the Omni Knight. Yeah. And then game 2, well, it just kind of felt like Beastmaster. I don't know. I really don't think we're going to see that hero again.
Yeah, that's the reason why he's banned every single time.
Yes, the flawless victory, as
it
they
really
say
was.
in that game.
Like, just, it was over. Felt like they had no chance, so.
Is it fair to call SG underdogs coming into this match? Based
upper
on
dogs?
How they, or upper dogs, yeah. I said upper dogs earlier. My bad. But, yes. Is that fair, though? Are they the upper dogs coming into this one?
Yeah, they're underdogs, yeah.
No.
SG. They are bad chances.
Yeah?
I mean, it'd be foolish to favor them, I would say.
Well,
this is the major one. This is Virtus Pro.
Well, that's, I mean, in the context of what we've seen in this tournament on the new patch, I think SG has looked pretty good, and we just said VP's looked a little shaky. No?
I'll call it. If SG does not pick Undying, they're going to win this.
Okay. All right. I like that bold prediction.
Okay.
Now, then again, VP did lose to Undying. In that, now, mind you, there was the Beastmaster game. So that probably could have been any hero with Beastmaster. Maybe it would have went the same way. But he was there, I think.
ADR as a carry. I mean, as a mid player, he just shines.
He looked super good in game number 1 today. I mean, that was a nice matchup, right? He got himself that Razor up with the Viper. Just kind of walked him down a couple times. Just took the dog for a walk, you know.
He's just a beast on bottom as well.
Yeah.
Should we talk about Wisp a little bit? Is there a chance the
it's so hard
Wisp makes it in?
To even think about that stuff now, right? With the 6 bans at the start of the game, you kind of it's such a crapshoot as to what we're actually going to wind up with.
Maybe a more directed question. What about Wisp CK? Right, we saw SG win with CK. We saw them play Wisp on day 1. That's one of the classic pairings with the Wisp. Potential?
I'd say so. I mean, CK is probably one of the best carries right now, right? Looks very strong.
We've only seen him in 1 game, but he did look good.
Yeah, but once you get to that final 5th pick and you see they don't have good illusion clear, you just say Chaos Knight. I mean, he's the guy, right? He's a great stun and lane to pair up to.
Yeah, rise of a CK, then kind of fallen off, but talents got buffed again, so he's good to go. Doesn't even need Wisp with him.
Yeah.
And now he can tank Roche too with Phantasm, which is kind of cool. Makes it even easier.
Yeah. He can solo Roche.
We saw that a couple times.
That's true.
Yeah, probably could. Yeah.
I still think that Phantasm cooldown with the talent is just it's insane in the late game how much damage you can do with Phantasm.
Especially because you've seen people buy refreshers before, right? Just to like save a game. I think there was like a big clip from Arteezy just recently even buying one in the game to help kind of like clinch it there. So
the game
that
winner.
kind of stuff could help. Yeah.
Get a refresher shard as well.
That's a lot of Phantasms.
15 CK illusions.
Yeah, that could be a game winner right there.
Maybe
I don't know how you defend the throne against that. Key heroes for VP coming into this series. We've seen VP play a lot of different heroes throughout this tournament. We saw them pick the Lion. We saw that Enchantress in Game 2 yesterday. They've been playing Doom some. Witch Doctor was also played for the first time in the tournament, compliments of VP in the final game last night.
Yep.
What do you think key hero-wise? I mean, is this just the classic VP reputation where they could almost random and still make it work in a lot of cases?
Maybe a disruptor. I'd be down.
Ooh.
For some
Give it
reason,
some of
I,
that.
I still think VP is not 100% in this. Like,
Yeah.
I just got
You're
the
not
feeling.
feeling them, man.
So are you
yeah.
favoriting SG
No,
before we see
I'm
the
not feeling
draft?
they're being 100% serious. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Like the major was the big win, and now it's
A new patch.
a little bit relaxing, just
Yeah.
taking it in stride. And hey, if we win, that's great. But if we lose, we're trying new things. This is the opportunity to try stuff.
I mean, it's still a minor, but
It's still
for some reason I have a
the cost.
feeling. Yeah, I know.
I mean, even if you had a Mercedes, I think looking at $300,000 is still a lot of money. I mean, come on now.
Sounds fair to me.
Okay. I have a really hard time giving any sort of an edge to SG. I feel like just the experience overall from VP.
Maybe you're just
super
a hater,
strong.
Trent. Have you ever
maybe,
thought about
maybe
that?
I'm a hater. I don't know. It's VP. Like, if you've seen these guys, they're pretty good. Like, we haven't even talked about no one. We haven't talked about Ramses. Ramses is unbelievable.
Let's talk about Ramses. What do you want to talk about, bud?
You can do anything. Look, he's the guy who invented, like, Safe Lane Beastmaster. I mean, they were clearing kids up, like, 2 years ago, and he's still a kid. Guy's
He is
right
still
young.
a kid. That's
Yeah,
true.
so you never know.
He's
I
always
don't know.
smiling, too. We were talking about that off camera the other
That's
day.
true.
But he's one of those players. He reminds me of No Tail a little bit. One of those players that you never see a picture of him looking upset or angry. Even when they're losing, he's still laughing and smiling.
Yeah.
It's got to be good.
He's
for
always
team
hanging
morale.
off someone too. He's like jumping on Solo's back or something. He can carry it around. Yeah, I feel like in every position, I give VP the edge. Right, I go 1 to 5. I'm looking over. I'm like, yep, those are some pretty solid players.
You mean the head-to-head
Guys, you're not
matchups?
feeling that? Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's close. I'm a hater. I think I might be a hater.
Maybe it's because that first game we saw today, SG just looked really good. Maybe because in my head I thought they're the underdogs and they really shined, so maybe I feel like I underestimated them and I don't want to do it again. Maybe this is my own personal bias here, pal, but I don't know. That was a very impressive performance. That Razor dominated.
True. I think he was given a lot though.
Also, Bounty Hunter did such a good job with
Yeah.
rotating. He was pretty much everywhere.
I think
Well,
that's a hero we'll see banned out, honestly. We've
Yeah.
seen a lot of teams ban the Bounty Hunter just in general, and it seems like a real comfort pick for SG.
Yeah, let's be real here. I mean, Virtus Pro, bigger names, bigger results. Overall, I think individual skilled players, but SG, they got nothing to lose. So, and it's best of one, so anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely not saying they can't win, but I'm gonna have a hard time favoring them.
I feel, okay.
Give me numbers.
Yeah, I was
Give
just
me
going to
numbers?
say,
All right.
put some numbers on it, stats, man.
All right, in the full context of best of one and the fact they just won a major and are down and everything, taking everything into account, I would say 65-35.
I'm going to go 55-45. The other way, though, I think SG are my slight favorite.
What?
They're riding
Yeah,
the
you're-
momentum, Trent.
Get 'em
They
outta
are
here.
riding the momentum.
We can do a two-man panel. That'd be fine, actually. Like, what are you doing here? Trying
No.
to hype up Dragonite? Trying to give me these odds? What are you doing?
I did try my hardest to hype up Dragon Knight, but it really feels like pushing strats are just that's like a classic thing in best of ones, right? Like the all-in push cheese, catch them off guard, knock down towers, take momentum. That feels almost too risky right now. Have we seen a true pushing strat work?
Just wait till the Midases come back. I mean,
Wait
we haven't
till
got there
Midases
yet, but I mean, if that's where we're going, is it time for
We
some
saw it
five-man
yesterday
Midases again?
from Virtus Pro with Viper, Pugna, Alk, but,
Okay.
but it didn't work.
That's
Yeah.
true. That was the
Poor itemization, I would call it.
yeah.
The VP had the game 2 though. It felt like a pretty fast tempo kind of a draft, right? It was like Necrophos and Nature's Prophet and just a lot of just quick kills,
Oh, right.
take over the whole
Yeah,
game.
that was the Alchemist game in that first match
Yeah.
in the BO3 against Fnatic
Yeah, even
yesterday.
even the second game, they had so much advantage, but couldn't finish the game for the next 20 minutes. It just took
Well, they
so
were
much
waiting
time.
for the snakes. I mean, come on. They were for the crowd. I mean, waiting for the roar of everyone here. I roared.
I roared.
It was
You
a
were
great
very
time.
excited. You were just sitting in your chair cackling to yourself.
I've been waiting for like 25 minutes for it to happen, and then it actually came true. And I didn't think he'd be able to do it, but I forgot about the cheese. That was the key ingredient.
While
Yeah.
he refreshed for the third ones,
Oh.
the racks were down already.
Hey.
And it's just for the lulz.
It would have been a little more epic if he had saved it for the tier 4s, and that was how they ended the game. I will be real, but it was still cool we got to see it. Nahaz was also very excited. He had that tweet like ready and waiting with the screenshots.
He's fast on those.
Yeah.
You know, quick
You
fingers.
need to step up your Twitter game, Trent. I don't know what the hell you're doing.
TrentPacks@twitter.com.
If you were really
That-
hard, you would have tweeted that while you were casting the game. I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
Velat do
sorry.
that. I have seen him cast and tweet at the same time. Step it up, bro.
That's
Well,
impressive.
that's why he's Velat and he's Trent. Huh?
Yeah, that's
kidding,
true.
buddy.
Well,
That's why he's TrentPacks@twitter.com.
thank you. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
guys.
You're
Slowly, one step at a time.
All right, so we are having some trouble getting this lobby started, folks. Obviously, we're having some fun here. It looks like the servers have not been kind to us today. It seems like every lobby has taken at least 2 or 3 loads to get started. It sounded way dirtier than intended, but it's multiple attempts to get the lobby started.
And from what I heard, it's the Chinese.
There
ones.
it is. Name and shame. I like it. Call him out, buddy. Get him.
Yeah, I guess you feel the pain as an online caster.
Yeah.
You're a
Every
real
time.
grinder, Trent.
Yeah, I see it happening. No, I loaded in. Yeah, someone's lying. Someone's always lying.
That's coming in the next patch, the status bar, so we can see who loaded and how
Yeah,
quickly. And
that
then
would be good.
We can hold them accountable for slowing down these lobbies, right?
You used to be able to. There'd
What
be that
happened?
little time you could, like, remember there's like a loading screen, and if you were a caster who loaded in, you would have to type and say, here, load it in, and then they would just kick whoever didn't actually type load it in time.
Yeah.
Good old days, you need some serious APM to be casting and not get kicked out of a lobby.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will have this game starting as quickly as possible, but maybe let's take a broad stroke conversation. How do we feel about the patch now that we've had some opportunity to see it in action, right? We spent a lot of time theory crafting, we spent a lot of time talking about talents, but overall impressions now that we've actually seen some good LAN Dota, where you can't blame ping, you can't blame all sorts of other factors, it's just straight Dota.
I would say overall, for most patches, you can't get a good read on it really quickly. I mean, we've had patches that start out as everyone going, oh, it's such a death ball patch, and then by the end of it, it's this, like, kind of everyone's
split
just
push
holding
meta or
out. Yeah,
something.
Midases are on every single hero. So
It's true.
for now, really enjoying the hero diversity. No-Tail pointed that out as well in the interview where he's just saying, like, yeah, we're seeing all kinds of heroes. I look through this list, and I don't see anyone who I consider just completely not viable, right? So I don't really have a good read. I guess the biggest thing, we've talked about it a lot, but this whole idea of tempo lineups that are trying to get something done in a certain time frame have been, like, really unsuccessful. Like, statistically not looking hot.
The only one that felt really good was that one draft we saw with the Death Prophet. That was the one that they were really able to keep the tempo high, utilize the advantage from the Undying, and seal the deal.
Yeah.
I think this morning, too, kind of the same deal. It was
Fair.
obviously they had to wait for that one big pickoff on QO in the AM, but then from there it was like, yes, we waited for this moment, seized it, but it was starting to drift away from them a little there.
Yeah, I love the new patch. New things, new changes are always good. But it's gonna take a month, maybe 2 weeks, so we get a B version. There are a couple of overpowered things, and people still need to figure out what's OP. And the best part is you can theory craft so much, put it in practice as well.
Yeah.
So
I
a
heard
lot of
you-
new strats.
You had a cool tidbit during your cast that I heard where now with Pudge, this is a genius idea. You can, if you're like low on mana, you soul ring, and then you hook a rune,
Yeah.
so then it replaces your mana, like, and then of course the soul ring burn comes off, but then you're like gaining mana just by soul ringing and hooking runes for you guys out there when you're wandering around the map.
That is a cool mechanic.
Yeah, clever. I am in.
I think the shrines are my favorite part of this patch. It just feels like we're getting back to what Dota feels like to me, where you can actually break high ground. There aren't these moon wells just scattered about that give you a free reset.
Feels a little more punishing on like an enemy mid or something. If you drive them at a lane, they don't just walk up the steps, hit that shrine, and come right back in, and then feel like they're actually an advantage, like you punished yourself or something.
Yeah.
By whittling them down too much. And is that,
Yeah, well,
is that
still
a draft?
the hardest thing in the Dota was and still is.
Just taking a seat.
I'm watching the other screen.
All right, we've got a
It's still
draft. Let's
break-
jump into it, and then we'll let Lacoste finish up his point here. He wants to sit down. There you go, bud.
The hardest part is still breaking tier 3 tower, even with the shrines out.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
It's where the game breaks.
Yeah, it's still not easy, but something about those shrines just... It felt like we were starting to get into a different game, and now we're back to that core Dota.
6 heroes.
So, Night Stalker and Lich going to be the first two taken out, and there's that Undying.
Oh my
so
God, they won
Lacoste,
Lacoste.
it's over.
GG. Congratulations, SG.
Thank you. I'm out.
Yeah.
And actually, the Enchantress...
150
gonna be
bucks
banned.
strength.
I wonder if the Doom will also be banned out by SG. I feel like two heroes that Lil, Pasha, both playing, of course. Doom and Enchantress.
So BM and Bane still in the pool.
And Wyvern.
A lot of big heroes still available.
I feel like we're going to get like some... Who's first? First pick's VP, so probably a solo Ogre if it's left in.
Ogre's been a big one they've gravitated towards.
Maybe a solo Rasta too.
They have first picked the Furion also. Something else
You know,
to keep in mind.
I've heard Lil talk about that in several interviews, but they've never done it where he wants to play position 4 Prophet. Feels like it's viable. Could just happen. I'm still waiting for that to come out.
Could be.
Got to dig deep for those ones though. That's the Google Translate interviews.
Yeah. The global presence definitely gives you some options as a 4 like that. You know, turn ganks around.
It's also just how ridiculous he is at pushing down these towers whenever he can spot that one moment. But It'll be the Bane as he does get left in. We talked about the Wyvern being removed. Thought Bane would also wind up there, but with the Brewmaster being taken out here, don't want to give that over to Pasha for sure. And then there it is. Thought it would get banned out, but
The comfort pick in the Bounty Hunter and a little change of pace with a second pick Dazzle.
They're just gonna get a Beastmaster, right?
yeah, definitely.
That
I
hero
mean,
looked so strong yesterday.
And again,
in the hands of 11.
Ramses has played. I could totally see a safe lane Beastmaster being a possible thing here too if you like the matchups, because that used to be something that he was really good at back in the day.
The Priestess of the Moon, another one that we've seen pop in when you have that first
Okay.
pick Bane. Maybe
Yeah.
she's a little more tempting as a second pick. You get the free setup for arrows.
I think Razor too, theoretically, maybe not this early, but of course Nightmare into Stack Link's always been strong.
There he is.
Yeah.
The big boy. The
So,
Beastmaster.
best of one, GG.
Can I change from SG to VP?
So what do we do against Beastmaster then? We already have our supports, which are typically the heroes that you look to counter him. I guess a matchup in the lane, like a Timbersaw or something, if you try and go aggro, but you already have a Bounty Hunter, so he doesn't want to aggro. So you have to go some like aggro dual lane situation.
Well, these two supports are kind of weak on the SG side, especially to harass a hero like a Beastmaster. What I'm thinking SG might do with Dazzle, maybe go for a CK, have that bomb once he uses Phantasm, heal all those illusions. If Virtus Pro doesn't ban it out.
At least then you definitely feel like you need some sort of a core that can control in the lane, right? Someone that can actually help you kill this stupid Beastmaster. Get the new Shadow, or the new Poison, rather, from Dazzle, where he just kind of throws on top of him, just walks on him and slows him,
That
and then a
constant
stun
slow.
comes too. He can never play too close to the wave.
Yeah, I think that combos. It's always been a good lane duo, the CK Dazzle, but maybe even a little bit better now with the changes to Poison Touch than it used to be. What about the creep destroying heroes against Beastmaster, like Clinks, Doom? I mean, obviously Crystal Maiden, but they've got their supports now. Are those heroes actually effective in dealing with Beastmaster?
I don't think so. I mean, when are you going to get the
Yeah.
creep that it's in like an impact? Only in the lane, I think, when you look at the support stuff, that can be helpful, like freezing the boar or something from a CM, that kind of stuff. But in the mid game, I mean, yeah, you can like eat his centaur or something, but he's probably already roared your carry, and it seems unlikely to help you.
Viper and CK going to be the 5th bans, so no Chaos Knight for SG this time.
It's gonna be bottom definitely for ADR. They want to pick it, deny the pick from Virtus Pro, Bane bottom.
Yeah.
But deny
And
pick
I
and
mean-
also something they're comfortable with. What
Yeah.
about Wraith King? That was the core that SG used to win that first game against Newbie.
Okay. That's not a bad
think they
shout,
might go
actually.
back for that?
Oh, they had Dazzle as well with him, right?
I believe so. Yeah, it was Dazzle, Wraith King, Bounty Hunter actually in that game.
So that would be pretty
So they
strong.
could do a pretty comparable draft. That was also the game where they had a Dark Seer in the off lane, just FYI.
Also a hero that could do decently against Beastmaster as well, if you can find that 1v1 moment.
I don't know, it still screams bottom to me.
Yep.
Like, if Virtus Pro gets it, you won't be able to lock her down with the Triple E Bounty, Dazzle. Don't really do anything to bottom.
Sand King.
Got the Sand King. At least that is a stun.
So there's like caustic builds, I guess, are obviously not as fun as they used to be. So
Oh,
back in the day,
nerfed
this could have been a good
so
1v1.
badly.
Yeah, this could have been nice, right? You could have like 1v1 versus the Beastmaster felt good, but now this kind of looks like what happened to VP. When they played against the Beastmaster, it was an Undying plus the Beastmaster, but now it's a Slardar and the Beastmaster. If they lane together, that's pretty terrifying.
Slaughter got the coolest upgrade in the new patch. Runs at
Oh,
what?
the river.
The lore upgrade.
Yeah.
Yes.
While he runs through the river, gets the extra movement speed. I didn't see how it works.
They're going to do so much damage now, too.
Is
like
there a
Amplify,
special effect?
Corrosive Haze upon an opponent with the aura going,
Sprint.
with some, yes, and well, sprinting,
and
of course.
Slaughter ult. I don't even know what's the ult.
So it's
But comboed with Beastmaster, it's ridiculous.
just for clarity's sake, the change is Guardian Sprint moves at 700 speed along the river
700.
at ability level 4. So it has to be level 4 before this kicks in. So
And
it
what
doesn't really have
levels?
much to do with the early game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, 700 movement speed when he's in the river.
So he's
That's
gonna have
actually
it
insane.
maybe level 7 or level 8. Level 8 definitely not gonna max the stun.
Slardar also has a cool talent at level 20. It's either 50 attack speed or 1,000 night vision. Which
Pretty
is actually
handy.
pretty handy indeed, yeah. And now the Leshrac for SG, so they're going to transition into a nice pushing core with a lot of magical burst.
We've seen one Lesh, right?
Yes, we have.
It was
Okay.
a stomp, I think, that game. He just, after a Bloodstone,
It was Newbie that played it against Liquid, and they did end up losing that game.
I think what I like about the Leshrac here is that I see whoever their main core is being roared down, stunned, fiend script, and then trying to focus them, right? So if this is a Leshrac and he already has his spells running and he gets graved, he's going to be surviving through all of that while still dishing out all of that damage. He's got good AoE for all the summons. So overall, as long as he's popped out his spells, he's still going to be relatively strong in the middle of these fights if they can keep him up and running.
So I have an interesting question here. Shout out to Nahaz for thinking of this, but does the Roche pit inside of it count as the river in terms of water?
I don't think
Did
so.
Slardar move quickly inside of the pit? I would say no, but I'm not sure. It's something that we want to keep an eye out for and see in this game.
Yeah.
Because it's just,
I don't think it matters, actually. So what you're running inside of a pit, doing what? Nothing.
Haste in circles, dude. You're dodging out all those skill shots when they're trying to finish off Roche.
Maybe if you're going fast enough, you can jump over the wall. I'm just so speedy. Get Pangolier in there.
Yeah. Right, something to keep an eye out for in this game. Fourth pick for
like
Virtus
a lone
Pro.
Druid game or something.
It's a Lifestealer.
Oh,
Classic
God.
pairing with the Slardar, also with the Beastmaster, two great Infest Bomb carriers.
The synergy is just insane. Maybe you could say they're all in on physical, but the weaves are going to have to be very early here from SG. I feel like I'd be more focused on weaving my own team than the enemies to try and keep everyone up in these team fights because it's all physical damage coming out from VP. But Slardar, Lifestealer Hawk plays. We've seen all kinds of cheeky shenanigans. And we'll still have the mid hero here for them. They can play something safe. The queen gets removed. The puck is still in. Those are kind of the two big ones, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think you're too concerned if they, let's say they went all in on like an AM or something last for SG, if they went like some hard guy. You still have a lot of pickoff already. Even if you had a puck, I feel like you'd still have quite a bit of damage to handle something like that. You could definitely get into those later game talents and still feel pretty good about the game.
They need something more late game oriented.
Like a
on
Lina or
side
something?
of SG.
I mean,
something edgy.
We've said it a few
edgy.
times. The Arc Warden, no. Not an Agi hero, obviously, but they ban out Terrorblade from VP. And of course, SG will have the luxury of the final pick, so they can react to whatever VP grabs here.
It's actually a good point, though. The Arc Warden still being in there. The best of one. Now is the time.
Arc Warden is just such a strange hero, and so few teams play him. I feel like I always have trouble visualizing, is this a good Arc Warden game, or is this a bad Arc Warden game?
Yeah, it feels like this is, I would probably say bad off the top of my head, just because it feels like they can grow up and push, and obviously they could punish pretty early with a Slardar, and that's what Arc Warden hates to see. He just wants to get his Midas as fast as possible, and then get into the Maelstrom and start dishing all
I
out.
don't know if SG can get a pushing hero that scales well. VP has no defensive.
Yeah.
If you're stuck in a base defending towers, they have nothing besides Axis so far. The last hero is gonna be it probably.
Some sort of wave clear, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a puck.
Oh, it's the
Or
bottom.
bottom,
They take
yeah.
away. That's nice,
So
too,
we
actually.
talked about it earlier, but yeah, so a nice creep clear. Obviously, good setup with the Bane.
Lots of magic damage, too, so they're kind of a little bit more varied here now.
A lot of stun and control on this side of Virtus Pro.
Yeah, pretty much everyone can help out in some sort of an engagement.
Right. Lots of counter initiation also. Final pick for SG. They need some sort of a safe laner, it looks like.
So right now, if I'm looking at VP and what this draft wants to do, a lot of infest bombs, ganks to accelerate up this Lifestealer. They're not fully dependent, though, because Beastmaster is one of the best offlaners in terms of scaling, right? Like, he can get a lot of items and feel very strong, so they don't have to win based off infest ganks, but I'd probably want someone relatively survivable who isn't going to fall prey to those. However, they also need someone who does scale better than a Leshrac, right? We need some sort of right-clicker here.
I mean, Anti-Mage is the other one that keeps jumping to mind right
Yeah.
now that could work here. They not really a great mana void pinata for the Anti-Mage. I guess Moran is kind of alright,
This
but
looks like such a bad anti-mage game.
Yeah.
Against all these stuns, lockdowns,
Yeah, that's
minus
true.
armor.
And then my problem is, if you have someone like that, you're not going to be able to help Bounty Hunter. Bounty
Yeah,
Hunter,
okay.
Sand King, Dazzle, this trio, even with a Leshrac, like, how many track kills are you going to get right now with this? I feel like you need someone who can play aggressive, get kills, try and win this game by outplaying
is
VP.
Luna crazy? Somebody that could do some burst damage and also scale. They take PL, so moot point. What do you think?
Okay.
Final pick PL. Are we feeling confident for SG, or does this look like an outdraft in favor of Virtus Pro?
SG lineups look so weak to me. It's like they lack pretty much everything. They have got a little bit of vision coming out from Bounty Hunter, but that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Like, look at the heroes on side of VP. Seems like they're pretty much unkillable.
Yeah,
a
they
lot
all
of
look very
stuns,
strong.
Yeah.
a lot of vision.
Like, who are you even going to kill with these track plays. I mean, we've seen this new Slardar. He's going to be sliding all over the place. You have triple leap Marana. You have maybe a Life Soul is going to infest into a local creep wave.
I guess
and
Bane.
Beastmaster is very annoying. Yeah,
Bane
what
is
are you
the
gonna
only
do?
hero you can sort of pick on, and even that not really the
And
easiest
it's solo
support.
playing him, so
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter.
It's true. Solo can do a lot with very little farm, right?
Okay, so after this draft, how's that 55-45 looking there, bud? Pretty awful. Am I right? Oh,
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, man. Trent, you might have been right, pal. You
Give
might
me,
have been right.
give me Virtus Pro. I will take that. Mark that on down. Thank you very much.
I'm sticking to my guns. I'll mark you down for a VP, bud, but I'm sticking to my guns. I think SG will somehow surprise us.
Lacoste.
ADR on the Lesh. Come on, guys. No faith?
I don't
Nope.
think so.
All right, let's talk about how could they win.
Yeah, what is the win condition for SG Lacoste?
If they just win the lanes, even though I don't know how it's going to happen.
All right, we get Courier Snipe. Boom. Number one
5
thing.
courier
Has to happen.
snipes, all right.
All right, so get your bingo card out here.
Yeah.
Make a line,
Track
and
kills.
SG will win. Okay. Track kills, kill the Courier. All right,
And we
there's
were
no
just
time.
saying earlier that PL kind of has not looked that good. In theory, he seems good, but the results in this event have been pretty underwhelming.
He's going to play really aggressive this game. Get some
Yeah.
nice early items, very quick defusal.
All right, well, with all that said, folks, our third elimination, BO1, ready to get underway. We've got 2 casters for you. It's going to be Suns fan and the wonderful Grand Grant.
Thanks, Ziori. Suns fan here with Grand Grant.
Hello.
Do you remember the first time we ever cast together,
I
my
do.
friend? How many years ago was that?
I believe 2000, 2012, 2011.
Oh, gracious, you're showing your age along with myself. You were a little pup back then.
We were just 2 pups getting along, and now we're watching South America versus CIS Dota. Something I doubt many people thought we'd see in this time of year, but with the new changes, feels good to see South American Dota. And we saw them last game look so good against Immortals, the Korean NA team.
Yeah, like I said, they're probably the scariest team to face in a best-of-1, especially with a team like VP that probably doesn't have much experience playing against South American Dota.
Exactly, and already look at this smoke gank coming with Theo uphill. They see where they're at.
Oh boy,
They're-
Post is spotted though. They see him. Ramsey's at least in solo. I don't think anything's going to come of this, although there may be a rune snipe, if you will. But Ramsey's doesn't really care that much, apparently.
Yeah, he doesn't. Looks like it's just going to be a 2-for-2 rune instead of anything different. And, well, Ramses is actually... Okay, now he's not.
I mean, Ramsey's has balls. I'll give him that, but maybe not that big.
He does. And we do see these drafts. I mean, VPs just look so well-rounded. But if SG starts snowballing, you get a quick level 7 from Leshrac, push some towers. Even level 6 from Bounty Hunter, get some track gold. It's definitely doable if Phantom Lancer doesn't go that strange bots build we see a lot. If he goes more of the treads into, like, fighting build.
When's the last time you saw treads on Phantom Lancer?
We saw it, it was a little bit ago, like I'd say a couple weeks ago. NA has started doing it. BSJ actually enjoys doing
Let's
it.
hope South America watches BSJ and the greatness that is his stream
I believe so.
to get the strength treads idea.
Yep, and here we go. Already going to be so rough for ADR middle with the Bane there. I'm surprised he actually doesn't have the Enfeeble. But there
He's going
comes
to
the
get
arrow.
arrowed here. Thalakor. I thought you were going to go with 4DR, by the way. You've already switched that up.
ADR, it's what he wants. Even though he puts 4DR, I'll respect the man's wishes.
That's not what you said before the game, Grant. How dare you change things up on me?
Don't tell him.
Ramsey's top lane, though. Going to be harassed a little bit here. PL, a pretty annoying hero, but you can dodge with the Rage. Not exactly the greatest trade, though, as far as mana cost is concerned. What do you think of PL in this game specifically? Because we've seen, like you said, the Boots of Travel build. As mid lane, we're going to see an arrow tanked up by the Bounty Hunter, actually saving potentially ADR's life.
And
But PL kind of feels like it falls off a lot in these games, depending on the build.
it does now with the diffusal nerf. I mean, it doesn't nerf PL that much. I mean, just the chase down it does a little bit, but overall, just the damage he can do with that, if he gets the early boots, diffusal blade just runs at people. Seems like it might be all right, especially against, a Beastmaster Bane. They have no real way of getting away from him, right? Like, none of these heroes actually do except for the Lifestealer.
Yeah, I would agree with the diffusal, not really that big of a nerf for him. Plus, he got buffed overall, the 2-second extra time to all illusions once you use Doppelganger, and as well as the talents that he could potentially pick up to synergize with that. Pretty strong hero, I would say.
It's a lot nicer, but man, look at this bottom lane. Labosa is 1-0 against a 7-7 Beastmaster. This guy's just absolutely shutting him out.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that VP was talking about how they didn't really think Beastmaster is that good just because the Necro's bad right now, but you see him picked after yesterday's game.
Yep, that's true. The biggest thing is, I mean, they left it for so long, right? As they know SG's not going to pick it.
Top
They didn't
lane.
pick it.
Dazzle. A little bit of a right-click action. That's going to be first blood for Solo. When's the last time you saw Solo get first blood?
Yeah, it has been some time, but now bottom lane.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of action. Bro Strike did come out along with the crush. Haven't seen Lil in the river yet. I'm really excited to see him in the Roshan pit, specifically, Grant. I don't know about you.
Yeah, there's not even water in the Roche pit, so be interesting to see if it does work in there. I doubt it does, but yeah, like you said, you have to be level 4 of the Guardian Sprint to have it affect in the river, so still have to wait a little bit for that.
Lil's pretty greedy though. He'll get there pretty soon.
One of the greedier fours. That's why you see him playing Doom, playing Enchantress. Just likes to farm by himself. Let Solo do all the work, and we just saw him get a first blood. So
Indeed.
Good start.
The sacrificial Solo that gets first blood. Don't see that all too often. Right now, the Bounty Hunter level 1 only.
Yep. And middle lane though, man, Leshrac, even with that 2v1 start, he's 14-9 against 7-7 already. Bane's coming back. He's like, all right, let me come help you out. And ADR definitely one of just the top players in North American, South American matchmaking overall. Insanely high skilled player.
You'll see a little more harassment on the Bounty Hunter, but yeah, the Leshrac right now, ADR holding on to 2 skill points. Not sure what he wants to go for. I guess if he finds the opportunity to push, we'll go for the Diabolic. But Lightning Storm, actually, which build do you prefer this game? Obviously, you talked about the pushing potential with Diabolic. Do you think in lane the Lightning Storm is probably the right move?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Lightning at all. I think
really?
the cast range of it is just so bad. I just don't like it at all. Unless you're going for that big damage, it's just not that good.
Yeah, it's kind of the story of Leshrac's history, if you will, where we might see a little bit of action in the bottom lane. Beastmaster actually finds his way to the grave, surprisingly enough, and
now top.
In the top river. Got the open wounds onto Dazzle. A couple more right clicks to do. Nightmare is there, though. That should ensure the kill, but that's a lot of damage with the Shadow Wave. They're going to find him. PL, though, attempting to go for Ramses, cancels the salve. Looks like he'll walk away safely.
And unfortunately, because he has level 2, that Spirit lands 5 more mana cost is actually what cost him that kill right there. But
true.
Still, PL is farming. I mean, he's top CS right now, so they're doing a good job. Middle, top, and even bottom now because they just killed Pasha, and Laposa was struggling so much, and then they get that kill, and it's not too bad, but middle, I believe you're dead, bud.
ADR is super dead. Although the arrow misses, Starstorm should be enough to finish him off. Indeed it is. Bardinho there a little bit too late. Didn't have Grave, though.
Yep.
Goes for a 1-0-1 build right now. Have you seen the Poison Touch in action so far, the new Poison Touch?
I believe we saw it a little bit, but I didn't watch that closely. Still doesn't feel like it has the biggest impact. Looks a little cooler, though.
Yeah, as this courier looks to be sniped here by Theolacor.
Let's see. It's going to be close.
No! The fortification of the courier. What's it actually called? The shield. Wow, it's actually super simple.
Just the shield. And asleep again. Bardinho in a little bit of trouble. 40R is here.
Crush into arrow. Easy kill. Split Earth will miss. Seen that once or twice before on a Leshrac.
Yep, and it's level 3 stun. Still extremely hard to hit.
Bottom lane, Laposa getting chased down into the trees, knowing that a couple TPs are on cooldown for SG. A couple more right clicks will suffice, and Ramses ends up getting the last hit. Costabile is here, though. Ramses will trade his life. Definitely not worth.
Yep, Papasha now in trouble as well, but he'll eat out. But Theo is right there on him. He does have the Janata hit. Will we see a Lance? He doesn't have enough mana. Now he does. Will they try to chase him down? No, he's just going to farm up.
Yeah, with one Lance, I don't think they can get this kill regardless.
No, they can't either. Not enough mana for the Shuriken either. And so they send Laposa top. Obviously, Sand King versus any melee feels kind of good, but there's always so much kill potential when a Sand King doesn't have Sandstorm.
Right.
And man.
Going back to the Lesh, though, kind of an NA classic, I would say, a Lesh core. Every other region feels like more support, at least in terms of history. Not the most popular hero in general.
Yeah,
apparently.
Not really used, yeah. I guess Swindlemelons enjoyed playing it a lot. That was, like you said, NA. Besides that, we saw it played on day 1. And it went decently for the Chinese, but unfortunately it just didn't quite pay out for them. And uh-oh.
Yeah, we got the Nightmare, we got the Dust. They're waiting for the Arrow and the Crush. Not the best layering, but doesn't matter. Shallow Grave, not quite in range for it there. But again, another TP from the support.
And this is the problem. I mean, we didn't even really talk about it much. Just Bane Mirana, no matter what, if it's double support or support plus a core, it's just such an easy setup, right? Like, unless you have people there already, it's impossible to go. And here they go.
They're going to go again. Oh, there's the Grave. Going to keep him alive for now. He has a Pulse Nova very early on, level 6. Looks like the Grave will be enough to save his life. But you're right, it's very easy execution. And even in that scenario, you have a melee hero able to get his stun off before Split Earth because of the ridiculous cast time.
Oh, and look at this. 3-man right now. 3-man Shrine coming out. That is Omega value from VP.
That's the dream.
But it does feel interesting. Costa on the bottom lane in PL about to hit level 8, and he is most farmed by far. 52 CS compared to 36 on the Mirana. So he's doing a great job, and he is going for that Diffusal, Soul Ring, as well as Ring, so no more mana problems for him. But bottom lane, Pasha spotted out, just good vision.
Yeah, oh, beautiful double split earth into the Leshrac ult. They're going to find one kill. There is a roar coming out, though. Solo attempting
You can't deny yourself
to
anymore.
deny
So
yourself, but yeah, unfortunately, patch notes be damned.
That's actually hilarious. Actually, that's like the worst case scenario for SG, though, because Bardenio got both of the kills. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's great getting your Dazzle some farm, but that would have been huge on the Leshrac, getting him that early farm.
You see how tanky that Hawk was? Holy crap, the
Yeah, it is.
changes. It
It's-
doesn't go invis anymore, but my god, a lot of armor.
Yeah, it is. And now Bardenio in a tad of trouble, but actually Lil, they're going to turn on him. And Theo, a lot like last game, he's just so under-leveled early, but it doesn't even feel like track comes that late, and we see him get that double kill, just good rotations from them. And PL continues to farm.
Yep, and we're only a minute and a half away from a tome that could potentially get him closer to that level 6. Bot lane, Costabile gets nightmared up.
Do
We have a
the
crush.
Mirana?
Don't think Mirana's here, although she is TPing as we speak, and that is a lot of damage with the Shadow Wave coming out, helping out his comrade in arms, and SG will walk away safely.
And that AoE, even though it's just level 1 poison, the AoE just slows Lil down enough. He can't really do anything. And now, yeah, it feels like SG in a pretty good position. They're down 2 kills, but they're up some gold, mostly because this PL's farming so well and those good rotations in the jungle for themselves. And a lot of these kills are on solo, right? He's 4-1-1. He has 4 of the kills, and, I mean, honestly, Radiant's fine with that. It's a lot like Blue Bardenio getting the kills. Like, it just doesn't mean that much to him, given the 5 position supports all the kills.
I have an update on Leshrac here,
Thank you.
Grant. He did not go Diabolic Edict. He's going
not?
against your greater wisdom.
Oh, no, I mean, he's clearly, you know, a pretty good player, and I like it. I mean,
Not
the
too
burst
bad,
damage we saw at bottom, and, oh, middle lane.
Yeah, we might have
Gotta be
initiation
careful.
onto Solo. Solo's playing pretty passively overall. They
you-
really need to hit a split earth to be able to get this. Rotation's not super close either. As Solo
And here we
trying to
go.
get some XP.
Ooh. Could have gone for it, accidentally ran downhill, though. Lepo's having a good time. He's level 8 now. Went for bottle. Very rare you see the Sand King just bottle boots now instead of mana boots or tranquil.
I wonder if he bought that at the secret shop. What do you think?
More than likely he did. I don't think he's been back to base, especially because he's level 8. He's doing a great
He's
time.
doing really well. Solo's going to be spotted out here by Bardenio and Tholicore here.
There we
Rune
go.
will go the way of the Dazzle, and Solo could be in trouble, but we do have Lil coming in. Not level 4 sprint as of yet. Getting pretty close. Needs to hit that level 7.
Yep, they have to be careful. The lifestealer is still very strong. Could have just phase booted on over and joined that fight. Bottom lane, though, all the while, PL just pushing it.
He's 1,000 ahead of everybody in the game right now, having a very, very good start to this.
Yeah, 10 minutes in, especially when he can't like farm just as quick as the Starstorm spamming in Mirana.
Yeah, for sure.
Feels good for him. Solo, meanwhile, trying to get that experience. It is 10 minutes in. Doesn't look like... Does he have the tome coming out? He does, and 2 smokes. So he should actually be able to get level 6 off the once he gets that siege unit, but might take a while to kill that thing. No, he has it. All right. And
Expect
that's
to smoke out
going to
pretty
be the problem, right? I mean, they do have you have a Sand King stun, you have a Lesh stun, as well as a Shuriken toss, so we might not see that many successful Fiends grips. You'll just see him use it on whoever. If he finds Dazzle, he'll use it on him. Just use it successfully. It's a lot like Black Hole. Long cooldown, but as long as you get 1 successful kill with it early game, it's fine.
So is what you're saying, once he hits level 25, you're not going to see the +7 second Fiend's Grip duration, Grant? Gracious. Top
Right.
lane, we have the Infest to bring the Ramses up to full HP.
Highly doubt we'll see that. The 250 Brains of damage heal, that's pure damage.
This,
that is
honestly,
pure.
the Fiend Grip thing might be one of the worst talents, 25 talents in the game.
Definitely might, unless somehow you're level 25 and everyone else is 10 or something.
Or if no stuns on the enemy team.
Yep. Oh,
Situational.
Radiant Scan actually hit red for like 0.5 seconds, and I'm sure they saw that. They know someone's rotating bottom, and look at that. Already hiding.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
close
going to try to
Bio.
fake him out here, but smoke doesn't break. It breaks once. Now is he going to throw the axes over? He's eating over. Uh-oh.
Gosh, they get the vision. The arrow actually connects. They don't layer it correctly, but this might be enough, especially with the Fiend's Grip. Beautifully done from VP. TPs are actually canceled on the way of SG, so this should open up for a Tier 1 tower destruction.
Yeah, and it was a nice play trying to bait out with the Doppelganger, but unfortunately, because they were smoked up, they knew it was fake when it didn't break their smoke, and that was Curtains and a nicely timed arrow by no one.
And you just see the power of the Hawk there. Instantly spawns it. It gives so much more vision than before. Pretty insane. This hero just seems super strong.
Yep.
Only the second game we've seen, and so far it's shaping out to be similar to the first.
And a lot like Young 11, he goes for book 1. We'll see if he goes for book 2 or 3, but top lane, do we have any detection from the Radiant side? Doesn't look like it. Oh, Theo has 1 sentry ward.
Oh, the
They're
Burrow
gonna go
Strike
for
is
it.
there. Split Earth on top of it. Do they have enough burst? It looks like they do. Unfortunately, not able to use one of his 3 charge. Are you aware that Mirana has 3 charge leap?
I am aware, and it is pretty good. I think one of the most ridiculous things in the game right now, especially because just a mid-bottom, it's just so hard to bring down now. And top lane tower will go down. I think doesn't matter who they give it to. Laposa's getting his Blink Dagger no matter what now. And ADR will pick that up. He's going for the Bloodstone. Ooh, and Ramses has an armlet, but he is spotted. Won't even get level 10 off this because it'll be leeched experience. And maybe Ramses noticed that. Like, he's like, I should have gotten a lot more experience for that.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play then if that's the case.
But here we go.
Around here. Solo's here for moral support, if nothing else, and maybe to feed his life away. To kill me instead of my carry. That is Solo's prerogative. And
It is.
he will gladly die for
But now they do have track because of that. And even, I know they're not going to get this kill on Ramses, but just getting that move speed, getting that vision on him, they're super happy with this. While PL just farming up, almost has that Diffusal Blade in less than 400.
I forgot there was a PL in the game, Grant.
And he's having a great time. 110, 88 CS, beating out Ramses.
So once you get that Diffusal, is that when he starts showing up to fights, you think?
I think you keep pushing. Maybe just if you see someone else split pushing on the other team, you just follow them around because you're gonna be able to out farm anyone with your Diffusal Blade, right? You just throw it on the hero, zone him out while you're farming, and leave your team to 4v4. And with the Blink Dagger on Sand King and how strong Lesh is in the mid game, I think you're fine with that.
All right, well, we got a 4-man smoke from VP, and guess what they're gonna do with that?
They're gonna
newly
go
picked up amplified damage, also known as
Laposa.
corrosive haze.
Wasn't Laposa smoked and he blinked over and it broke? Or was am I crazy? I might be crazy. They're gonna roar Roshan.
Oh my, they want him back.
They will get him.
Find him. Perhaps a little bit scared of the potential initiation from Sand King, but as we can see, not close enough to do anything.
Damn, that is such a quick Roshan. Unfortunately, just no vision up from SG. I mean, besides Vici Gaming, all the teams have been pretty weak on their warding, honestly. Even VP, even Liquid in the winner's break, it just feels like Vici's so far ahead in that. And now Arrow's going to fly. It's actually going to hit Theo, but they need to be careful.
Yep, 3-man smoke here. Mirana's going to pop her ult. They know that Tholico is there. And wow. Literal insta-give. Here comes Laposa. Destroys the creeps. Get out of there, my friend. He pops the haste. Should be good to go, but now they know Epicenter is down.
Uh-oh, now he is actually, is he going to get gripped here? Nope.
Looks like the crush will hit, but not the arrow. The creep tanks it for the team. MVP creep that died.
Surprisingly, I mean, nothing more of that happened. I thought SG could have definitely lost a lot more. Stun comes in on Ramses.
Yeah,
just gonna
a
get
Burrow
hit up.
strike, but does have the Aegis, of course. Not too scared at this point.
Yep,
Lil, about 700 away from finishing a Blink Dagger for himself.
Diffusal Blade up on the PL now. They can definitely group up and go for this tower, and here we go. Lil actually getting gone on, but just bounce a Shuriken at him, and that's it.
All right, Lil, we need to see in the river, my friend. Not sure if we've seen that yet, but it is a level 4 sprint now.
My goodness, he's going to be flying like a
Can't
butterfly. Chicken's actually just flying in the middle, fly back, and SG realizes we're wasting a lot of time here. Let's just go farm. It's better than just sitting middle, not really doing anything.
Were you part of that discussion about Beastmaster not getting Wild Wing ever?
I was not.
What do you think about that? You can get every one of those neutrals except for Wild Wing.
I think the point is to speed up the game, right? And Wild Wing's like the only defensive one you can get, so they just decided not to.
Man, you are so smart, Grant.
Thank you.
Did you have a conversation with Ice Frog about that?
I have not. Since 2006. No wonder the game's been in a slow decline.
That's quite a long time ago. Gracious. Lifestealer. Ramses pops the Rage. Of course, still has the Aegis, so...
A lot of kill potential with just Costa as well as Laposa top. All they need is that blink stun, but they do have to be careful. If he gets a sleep off as well as the Fiend's Grip on the other hero, could just be an easy 2 kills for the other side, but Radiant does get mid-tower. And that was with 3 people. Oh, ADR, wow. Double juke.
Looks like they're going to find Solo in the top lane. Nightmares himself gets off the... No, not going to be nearly enough. Ramsey, in the meantime, trying to make up for the loss there, but he's not a great hero against Lifestealer. That's
He's in
for
trouble
sure. They might
now.
actually be able to find him. Of course, Aegis still intact. Can he get away? Armlet toggling will be successful.
Meanwhile, Theo just going down bottom. Roar comes out.
Roar. Nice Burrow Strike counter initiation. They're going to get rid of that Aegis, that pesky Aegis, but the PL will find his way to the grave. Laposa looks to be next. The arrow will connect in the Sandstorm, and the right click should suffice, but Burrow Strike is available. He dies during the process.
And that could have been such a good fight. If there was no Aegis on the Lifestealer, that would have been such a different fight. Such a good fight for them. They need ADR at these fights as well. Now that he has Bloodstone, you'll definitely see him start showing up.
And we're going to see double Maelstrom, by the way. We have one on Murano already, and Lifestealer Ramsey's picking that up next, so PL might not be that big of an issue for them in the mid to late game.
And we will see Book 3 is going to come out of the Beastmaster.
All right,
Obviously
cool.
a lot better this game because, I mean, it still gives True Sight, right? They didn't take that away.
That's correct.
All right, and you're against the Beastmaster as well as the Sand King. Definitely need it.
No, Nightmare, but Solo just using that defensively. Oh, the Tholicor's here.
Still going on Solo. He actually gets gripped.
They're going to try to grip him. Lil is here. Sprint up in 2 seconds. They're going to find that kill pretty easily. Split Earth is here, though. They're going to find the trade as a result. Solo getting diffuseled up, and that's going to be an easy track kill going their way.
Yep. Not only then, he just forgot to move his raindrop charge, so he loses one right there.
Nice.
Feels bad as a Bane. Yeah, and they're going to get that Tier 1 tower, so Costa is having a pretty good game, still falling behind a little bit, but the tower will move him forward. That's what they need to do, just get Leshrac as well as PL involved with these track kills. But there's going to be so much split pushing coming out from Ramses as well as no one this whole game.
Boots of Travel will be the choice for Phantom Lancer, by the way.
I mean, you got to deal with the split push somehow. At least he didn't go first item. That's the biggest thing. If you go for it first item, it's like 2,000 empty net worth. Yeah, super greedy. You may be top farming, but you used all that just to get more farming. They're going to find another. It's Pasha.
Nice counter initiation there from no one, but Pasha is in a lot of trouble. Gets off the roar. There comes the Infest Bomb at a Lil. Bardini will find his way to the grave as well. 2 dead in the blink of an eye. Make it 3. This is a disaster for SG. They lose the PL. That is the big kill for VP.
Yeah, it might have been a little overly aggressive there. They get 1 kill in the Beastmaster, but that Infest Bomb hit all 3 of them, did so much damage.
And was that the introduction of the Blink Dagger here? Introductory Blink Dagger? Or does he have
Lil had it. He had it in the last fight.
Okay.
So he farmed up decently.
God, look at him. Look at him go. Oh, the Slardar. Oh, yeah. That's satisfying.
Yeah, he's moving pretty quickly.
I think I might just open up a test server here and just play with him in the river all day. Well, that's pretty legit.
Sounds like fun.
Let's make a game mode together where it's just a river for Slardar.
All right, you're out of control already.
Grant?
Nah, it sounds pretty good. The only problem here, SG already, by losing those early Bloodstone charges, it feels so bad for Leshrac because he needed to snowball out of control pretty quickly and already falling behind with that 1 death.
I feel like the Bounty Hunter's struggling quite a bit. It's actually pretty hard to get off tracks knowing that Crush could be coming your way instantly.
Exactly. You come out to Invis, you're just going to get found out.
You're just done.
And you look at the levels. Lil is the 4 support. He's level 11. Theo is only level 7. A complete 4-level difference.
Yeah, that's rough.
And overall, Theo's just the lowest level by 2. Next closest is Bane at 9. And, well, Shadows will be taking the Dire.
The Infest Bomb is ready. It is equipped. Will it be deployed with an actual kill? Dazzle might be the sacrifice here.
And they're
See if
fine
they
with
can
that.
find her.
Dazzle level 10 though, having a
Indeed,
decent
they're gonna fight
time.
next to the shrine potentially. Burst Strike's only getting hit 1, but there's the Infest Bomb. Dazzle's dead right off the bat. Bane looks to be next. It will be a trade. Nice roar onto Leshrac into the axes. Remember the mitigated damage there, or amplified damage, I should say. 2 for 1. Laposa comes in with beautiful epicenter onto 2. Track kills galore for them if they're able to pick up Ramses. Indeed they are. Another track coming out into no one. It's a 3 for 2. Nice trades overall as no one is dead. Great turnaround from SG, which started as a terrible fight.
The only problem, they mismicroed the chicken. He had the boots of travel flying out, and the chicken just sat there. So they lose a ton of gold on that chicken until it comes back. And that actually hurts his farming a ton because they just won this fight. He could have TP'd top or something and just continued farming, but now he can't.
He has to walk his little legs over to the mid lane, unfortunately for him.
Still a decent fight. I mean, I believe it was a 3 for 3, but your PL didn't die. And I mean, anyone that Lil goes on with Lifestealer and Sight is just dead. They have no one who's tanky enough to survive through that.
And of course, ADR did die with the Bloodstone, so has 8 charges right now.
not the worst. But, oh, man, he's going – that is one way to deal with this. That, like we said, if anyone gets stunned up by Lil, he has that Aeon disc. So immediately when the Lifestealer jumps out, that's going to proc, and he's going to survive for like 3 more seconds for that Grave.
That's true.
That's actually a really good pickup in this situation.
That is one of the few instances where that part of the item is great.
Yeah, it feels like that, and like versus an Axe or something. Feels like the only ones you can really think of. Oh, Laposa gets arrowed in the middle.
Right next to a haste rune. Will it be denied? Solo, he pump faked it.
Thought about it.
Thought better.
Then he got tracked. He's like, there's a lot of people here, aren't there?
You know he wanted it. That shows the discipline of Solo. I mean, if this was 2 years ago,
arrow mid again.
He'd go for that for sure.
Is going to hit on Laposa once more, but don't believe they have it. And he's been doing so much damage in these fights. The leap is actually a buff to like just him. We're going to see Initiation coming in with their back out. The 200 attack speed on only yourself is so good for a carry Mirana. It's actually insane.
Should be going Lincoln's this game.
Yep.
Gonna be pretty good. Dodges Burrow Strike.
Yeah, and that's been the biggest one. We saw that huge Burrow Strike epicenter nicely done by Laposa, helping him win that fight. I think we might see the Lifestealer go too after Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir looks to be first.
Oh, and Theo, he sees the chicken. Let's see what he does with it. Can he get on the way back?
Oh, he's lining it up. Will he get it?
Oh,
It's going to take 2 shots. It's gone. It
It's
had the
gone.
shield as well if the quick fingers were there for VP.
Yeah, without the attack speed on Bounty Hunter, it's almost impossible to get that if they're expecting it.
Yeah, you got to get Echo Saber now. I mean, that's an insta-kill.
My goodness. The meta's changing too quick for me in this new patch. And here we go, the bombs coming out from Lil again.
Yeah, it's quite scary. Dazzle, not a great hero.
Oh, the chicken. He got it this time.
Oh, my.
Is he dead? Oh.
Core.
What a good TP. Lil was too scared to, he just didn't have the blink, actually used it to try to catch up, and right behind the trees. Perfectly done. This guy's created so much space in all the games. And he's level 11 now.
We're going to see this again, huh?
I want to see how quick they take this down. Started at 24 minutes exactly. It's going to die at like 24:10. Oh my goodness.
Lord. That is
7 seconds.
Filthy.
7 seconds on a level 2 Roche.
That is quite filthy.
Whoa.
Epicenter comes in, ends up being wasted. There was an offensive weave used, so VP did not want to fight. They're lucky they didn't get caught out there.
I like that they thought about going for it, because VP probably didn't really expect it. They're like, wait a minute, we have an Aegis. It's a 6 versus 5. There's no way they go for this. That's what Laposa thought, and unfortunately VP did know something was coming. Not much warding from either team again. We only see, what, 1 ward from each team, both of them being like mildly offensive wards. That's about it.
Mildly offensive.
Mildly offensive. Just
Just
these
like
aren't
you
that
and
very
me.
good wards.
You and me are the wards today.
We
That's
are.
all good.
Oh man. Bottom tower going to drop so quickly again with Pasha.
This tower is gone. Lincoln's is waiting for no one at base.
But look at top. Going down just as quickly with the last track of Diabolic Edict.
The one-man pushing machine.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. 3
Triple
TPs.
TP.
And he's
They're going
gone.
to find the crush. There's the
I mean,
there's the Eon disc coming to work, but it only does so much.
yeah, think about that during like an actual team fight though.
Oh, the crush will find the Bardino. Second kill goes away of VP. Please continue your thoughts.
Yeah, well, but think of like that was during a team fight. He just instantly survives that
Yeah.
opening burst of damage. Would have been really good. Unfortunately, he does not, and he had to back up a lot quicker. I mean, Pasha was taking that tower so quick they had to know something was up.
But speaking of Lil being greedy, by the way, we'll be going Midas now. So he's going to turn into a core in the next, I want to say 20 minutes.
Yeah, even if not,
If
he
it
might
ends
just
up
go
going that long.
might just go 4-stab as well. Just accelerates, gets you your levels. I was going to say levels you need, but this guy's not struggling with levels at all.
I think a lot of it has to do with running in, or sprinting in that river, you know?
Good.
Find all the farm you want on any
Bottom
side of the
lane.
map.
Laposa, Pasha, as well as Theo going at it. Gives him the track. Laposa
Necro
actually just...
unit coming into play as well. You have the slow, or the purge that doesn't dispel.
And that's unfortunate. I don't know. That hero just feels so strong, and we're seeing the power of it. You just summon that, throw your axes, and then all your units do so much more damage to him. Uh-oh, and Laposa needs to be in trouble. The book's still there. Could have solo killed him if he didn't get that stun off.
And there's the purge coming through again. Laposa.
It's nuts. Not even a hero near him, and he's that afraid.
I mean, those units are super annoying, let's be real. They still have the mana burn from auto-attacking, which has been a lot of the damage in history with Necro books.
And VP looking to do what they want to do, obviously. Like everyone probably thought this was going to be a stomp. SG has kept it close, but VP just looking to run away with it. almost has that. I don't know if he is going for the Lincolns or if he's going for Mjolnir now.
They don't really have a great lineup against the initiation from Slardar with Nakes inside. Like they have Dazzle Grave, but if it's on Dazzle, you're just dead.
Yep.
And then you have no save whatsoever. And Pasha has been doing work with his Beastmaster as well.
The fact you can have an initiation with the Slardar plus the Lifestealer and then a Beastmaster on another side of the fight is just so scary. But a big smoke up from SG. They have to make something happen right here.
They have been scanned.
Unfortunately, they have indeed for them. And it's a Mjolnir, so we thought it was going to be the Lincolns on Marana, but nah, he has both. Oh, dear.
Yeah, she's quite farm friend.
Yeah, that is.
And the Lifestealer and Marana are top 2 in net worth. Both have Mjolnirs right now.
They have so much DPS. Those two plus the Beastmaster, if you just push together with that inner beast, that is a ton of attack speed
I hope
with
this
Rage.
is not a troll. Ramses has queued up Radiance on Lifestealer. I missed this build. This is an NA classic.
It is. I mean, this is just, why not, right? He already has plenty of attack speed, plenty of survivability with just the armlet, has a cheese. Might as well just get that evasion as well as the damage.
This is a BSJ special too, right?
BSJ special was Tranquil Boots, Radiance, hop inside of an Ancient Creep.
It's close.
So I wouldn't
it's
say
halfway
it's like
there.
this, yeah.
Okay.
Let's never speak of that again.
I always like that. It's enjoyable to watch. Lil, Moonlight Shadow. He's going to find ADR. And one would think this would be an insta-kill, but we do have some reinforcements on the way. Lil's going to think better of it and blink, and then, wow, speed away to safety on that river.
Wow. Do you know how much control that takes to not just go on that Leshrac? That is so much control from VP, deciding not to try to blow him up and just getting out of there instead. Why throw away your 9K lead?
Yeah, they have to worry about the Dazzle. If the Dazzle's not the one being initiated on, he will probably get off Grave in all likelihood, and that causes a lot of issues.
It really does. Bane? I mean, this is what Solo does. Plays that super hard 6 support while your Slardar, Midas, Blink, going for a BKB, actually has the Ogre Axe. Oh, yeah, it is an Ogre Axe, not a club anymore. Just making sure.
It changes too much for my taste.
What is this Ogre carrying? No one knows. And top lane, this should be not a free tier 2, but it should be a tier 2 nonetheless.
Smoke was popped right away because there was a bounty hunter there. Dust not going to hit him.
Oh, and book 3, going to clear these wards out.
And the Mjolnir doing work.
And they can't even get the tower.
It will not be in deny range, actually. Arrow comes out.
Oh, no, Bardino is a little bit far behind. Oh, he's tanking it on purpose.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. He's going to walk to the right or not. Just stand there and resign to your death. That's fine, too.
Yep, buy time. I mean, it's a smart play. He knew he was dying. Might as well grave yourself and buy a little more time. Phantom Lancer is farming still reasonably well, but it just feels like against a Lifestealer just doesn't do all that much.
The Radiance almost online for Ramses. I'm so excited. I love this. Don't think he's going to go inside an Ancient and control it and push away.
He'll probably just kill people.
Yeah, he'll just use it to actually kill people. It'll be a little bit more effective than we're used to seeing.
Top lane looks like where they want to push, and Marana does so much damage. Ooh, middle.
Right now, there's a Fiend Script. They're going to destroy Sand King before anybody can react. Solo, quick Nightmare on himself to dodge a bit of damage, and they'll just be in and out. That's kind of the name of the game for Virtus Pro. You're able to pick off people with ease and just back up to safety.
Yep, because they were pushing that top tower at the same time, so free tier 2 tower and a free offlane Sand King kill. VP looks to just be rolling right now.
Spirit Vessel getting pretty close here for Solo. Hasn't been picked up as often as I thought it would, but when it's been picked up, it's pretty strong, I would say.
Because, I mean, you mostly get your Urn on your 5 hero, right? And then it costs so much to get it to a Spirit Vessel.
Yeah. But worth the investment, I have to say.
It is. In middle lane, oh, he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he gets open wounds up, does not have Doppelganger, and thus is destroyed. Bardino not there in time. Ramses showing off that Radiance now.
And by a little bit of trouble, I mean he's just instantly dead. He used Doppelganger offensively to farm, and that was not the play. He's probably going to have to almost just instantly buy back unless they want to lose his tower.
Yeah, he might have to, but we'll see. Lil, nice counter initiation with the Crush. Looks like the Roar's going to be onto Dazzle. Will they be able to clean him up? The buyback is there for the PL. So with that, VP might want to back.
Wait, he's in the Ancient.
He's in the Ancient. He's doing the meme. I love Ramses. Oh, this is great. It's not effective, but it's great. It's not very good, Grant, but it's fun.
And he just runs away as a Thunder. All right, I'm out of here.
Damage has been done. I've showed up in a Triceratops with Radiance. I can retire now.
And they're fine with just backing out. Obviously, even with PL farming, he has the buyback gold penalty, so he's not farming anything.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Not able to catch anybody out, and that's a huge investment. 15K network lead for Virtus Pro.
Yep.
This is going to be a real tough one for SG to get back in. Arrow will just miss Laposa, but the right clicks are there as no one. I still can't get used to this 3-charge lead.
Oh my goodness.
It is pretty ridiculous. He has Sandstorm up in 1 second, so we'll be okay.
Theo actually get a spot out solo. He has a haste rune on him. Just giving him some vision. They know where everyone's at. Lil might be in trouble now.
He gets Phantom Lance up. And actually Split Earth will connect, so they will find the very farmed Lil Slardar. Midas is off cooldown as well. Fiend's Grip used to full effect as Bounty Hunter finds his way to Death Town.
They're fine with that 1-for-1 trade. I mean, just 1-for-1, the 4 rolls, even though Slardar is worth a little bit more, I mean, they can't do anything without Bounty Hunter. They're going to go for the top tier 2, and it's been low for so long. They're finally going to bring it down, it seems.
Yes, one would think this tower is dead.
And it is. Level 20 picked up on Lush. She goes for the 25% evasion.
They know that an arrow connected, and it is on the Invis PL.
I like that he went for the evasion against Lifestealer as well as Beastmaster, and Ramsey's getting gone on, but that'll be the end of that engagement.
Rage, Moonlight Shadow. And we have the mana break talent now on No One. As far as 25 is concerned, we talked about this a bit. I think you're in agreement. Split shot, or sorry, the multi-shot Sacred Arrow is probably better.
I think that was the cost. I actually don't like that. I love the Moonlight Shadow. It's like 30-second cooldown if you get that.
Yeah, how long does Moonlight Shadow last? So it's basically 15-second downtime, right?
Yeah, which is extremely insane. Obviously, it's pretty heavy mana cost. Well, not that much actually at all. It's 75. I like it, but it's so much vision, right? You always talk about vision heroes, and Murano with 3 arrows gives so much.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see somebody pick that up. But at the same time, the arrows are quite good for sieging high ground, especially, just to give that vision.
I know you were one who was talking about you love the 30% critical strike, right, on PL.
Oh, yeah, what level is he right now?
He's 21.
Okay.
He's probably going to get there.
I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds good because it works on illusions, and it's pretty high crit, actually.
Oh, and they're actually going on the Beastmaster, maybe?
Burrow Strike is there. Lil is still infested. They're going to roar the Phantom Lancer, and that's going to end up being a dieback.
Good lord.
No grave for you as Dazzle drops to the deck as well. Leshrac looks to be next on the list. A Fiend's Grip is reserved just for him. A center combination comes in, but Laposa takes more damage than he's dealt out. And this looks to honestly be perhaps the end of the game as VP has just dominated this game in fashion.
No waves are pushed in. They're trying to back. Can they do
this?
this?
That is the Radiance.
Can they do it? They're actually going to be able to take this down. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oh, see you later.
Lots of time wasted, but they're going to probably still end up getting it. I mean, Phantom Lancer's dead for 60 seconds, and they know he does not have buyback.
Yep. Wow, just the full back door. They're going to get the melee barracks through backdoor protection as well.
The power of Beastmaster, my friends.
It really is. They don't even care about the range Rex. They're just going to TP on out. Guess we don't have to worry about waves being pushed anymore for those dire teams. They get a kill. They're taking some objectives.
Indeed. And Lil probably going to finish up his BKB before getting into another engagement.
Third
Solo
Roche.
trying to take out this shrine by himself, then realizes he's actually Bane Elemental, so can't do it. So we'll thus go into the Roche pit where we would see the third Roshan. Who gets the Refresher Shard?
I actually have no clue. I don't think it really matters.
I'm pretty sure you give it to no one, so he has 6 leaps.
Is that how it would work in a charge-based ability?
Yeah, Refresher recharges the charge.
Are you sure? Are you willing to bet on this?
Bet what, exactly?
No, I don't know. I was just
bet my
willing to bet
reputation,
anything.
which I don't have any? Yes, absolutely.
All right, good.
Easy peasy.
I'm pretty sure you're correct. I just wanted to know how confident you were.
I'm 80% confident in that.
Right, they give it to Beastmaster. Get the double roar. Get the, maybe you summon a creep you don't want. I'll just get another one. Whatever.
Maybe I'll get that Wild Wing one day. If I refresh
not there.
I really want that Wild Wing. I just feel bad for him,
For who?
The Wild Wing.
But he would just die. Shouldn't you be happy that he's not just dying?
Doesn't always die. Well, I guess with the duration, I suppose. But then you can get a Helmet Dominator and take him over and keep him forever as your pet.
Oh, this meta, like I said, just advancing.
All right, this bottom shrine's being taken out by Virtus Pro.
He has a heart on Lifestealer, and it's impossible to kill him. The PL just doesn't do damage against the Lifestealer. That's just how it is, and now that he has that heart, absolutely no damage will be done to him.
this
There's no way to
likely
kill.
the final siege of the game. We're going to have the initiation, this time on Bounty Hunter. He drops immediately. Fiend's Grip used from a very far range. Split Earth will cancel it. Nice Grave saving the SK for now. Bounty Hunter will trade his life. We saw the second roar come out now thanks to that refresher charge. It is used on Dazzle. Mana drained completely. In the meantime, Mirana's like, I'm taking your buildings. Objective-based gaming for the win as Ramses right-clicks away. And this looks to be a second Rax and close to a third here in the middle.
Yep, we'll go down and they will just get these mega creeps. They still have the top one. Here comes the epicenter, though. He goes in, only hits on Pasha, and, well, he's just dead. Pasha might go down, though. It would be a kill, and they will get it.
They get him. Ramses, though, again, focusing on the buildings. There's a gem on the deck. He doesn't care about his teammates. Like, you have Aegis. Just let me finish off this range Rax, get some megas, and let's be done with this.
They're trying to save it. Doesn't look like they can, though. Stun in 4. No, sir.
And that is going to be mega creeps going the way of Virtus Pro. No one might end up going down here. Doesn't have the refresher shard for that. Oh, nice burrow strike. Crush almost saving him. Not enough this time for VP, but again, they walk away with the better trade.
Yep, ADR is farm level 24, has the Shivas now, but like you said, they're against mega creeps. They can defend for a little bit, but the thing is, sometimes you're like, oh, we're just gonna let the mega creeps push in. We're gonna continue farming. I have a feeling when all of them are alive, VP's just gonna run straight at them. They don't really have much
VP
to be afraid
style,
of.
so
Yeah,
why
it is.
not?
Just run uphill, go for it.
Have we seen the Spirit Vessel used?
We have.
How was it? Was it everything you dreamed of?
I've seen it before, you know.
Well, we've seen a couple games.
It is what it is.
I feel like in games where you have a dedicated healer,
Yeah.
it's like an Omni Knight, for example. Just amplifying that heal is pretty insane.
That's good. I love it offensively with the AA. We saw that a couple times. It's really good. Ramsey's almost level 25 now. And, I mean, he's pretty much 6-slotted. Maybe he'll sell that armlet for an Assault Kyrus.
Do you think they're... So, for the 25 on Lifestealer,
The
Rage is way better,
Rage
right?
is way better.
I
2% is just not that good. Unless you're against, like, a CK or somebody, maybe with a heart, might be decent.
You gotta carry Centaur, you gotta eat right through. Very important stuff.
If you're playing loaded a LAN, he might make it too. I don't know.
Manta style all the way. I missed that, man. I'm not going to lie. That was a week of joy for me.
Oh, yeah. I remember how much everyone else hated it. You're just posting. This is the best patch we've ever had.
I loved it. I only got to play one game, though.
Oh, here we go. SG not quite giving up. All their lanes pushed in for now. Try to make something happen. Unfortunately, they cannot, and the scan will be successful.
So now we got an 8-second Rage on Ramses. So 50% uptime. Very ridiculous. Lil infested now.
I love the Pasha just pushing. He got the Alpha Wolf. Those creeps do so much damage.
Oh, yeah. Look at plus 29 damage on these mega creeps, as if they need more damage.
Costa will be here to defend it.
Did he go the boar talent? Yeah, plus 40 boar damage.
I'll take your
Man, his entire skill set right now, everything feels really fluid with Beastmaster.
And even if not, like 7 armor is still good. 500 health is insanely good. Like Beastmaster just got the...
He's going to get the nerf bet, I'm pretty sure.
More than likely. The 2 Hawks summon, I guess we can leave that one. I don't think anyone will ever get that.
Yeah, although the Hawks are way more tanky than I originally thought, honestly.
Yeah, but 40 attack speed.
Yeah, it's...
In an AoE.
It's close to a Hyperstone for your whole team.
Yeah.
It almost doubles the actual inner beast. I didn't realize
exactly.
that. Okay.
It's 2 times pretty much, a little bit less. Vlad's up on Slaughter. They could probably just push in now. They still want to play it a little bit careful. Nope, they're going to move forward.
Yeah, Crush onto the PL. Arrow doesn't look like it's connecting on him, but the PL gets graved. Able to be saved this time. BKB's pop galore. The Rage, never-ending Rage for Ramses as Dazzle's taken out with ease. 4DR in the meantime. Tries to get off a Split Earth, but ends up suiciding himself. And what else can you do at this point? You are down 31,000 against Virtus Pro, the major winners.
Yeah, and people seem to forget just because they had a rough series yesterday against Vici. I mean, more goes how good Vici was, and VP will take this best of 1, and guess what? They are now in the points. No matter what, they will earn points. They are in top 4.
Very well played from VP. It is a best of 1, of course, and SG will go home, but they did, I have to say, they did way better than expected. At least a lot of people expected.
They put up a good fight, took down Immortals. Even this game, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you give up Bane as well as Beastmaster. A lot of people calling those actually the 2 strongest heroes in the patch, right? A lot of people are saying that. And you give up both of them, try to see what you can do. You go with your the Bounty Hunter as well as a defensive support, and then Sand King. They won with it against Immortals earlier, and they won with it and a bunch of other tournaments. Unfortunately, it just doesn't go over well this time.
To be fair, in the interview, they did claim, VP that is, that Beastmaster's garbage right now.
Yeah, they did. So maybe a little bit of a bait.
Head
but
games here. Ooh.
could be a little bit.
They don't pick it for the first half of the tournament. They're like, hey, guys, guess what? He's pretty OP.
But
anyway.
now they showed their hand. They know now against.
Now it's banned.
Now against,
one game.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Exactly.
But yeah, with that, Grant and myself will bid you guys adieu. We're going to go to a quick commercial and we'll see what the analysts think of this game and more coming up soon here on Dota Pit.
Get the alpha, be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
All right, welcome back once again. We've got another winner's interview here. We've got Lil from Virtus Pro. Congratulations on that win in the lower bracket. How do you guys approach the best of ones? Is it a different mentality for you guys, or is it just the same old Dota?
I think it's just another game, another feelings, because you have no chance for lose. So it's pretty hard to play, I guess, because when you have best of 3 match, you like, if you're stronger than your opponent in all ways. So you know that if you lose one game, you can make some decisions after the game and play better. And if you lose both best of 1, you have no chance.
It does seem like you guys often will take that first game to try something a little different, and then it's like game 2 and 3 when you guys are unrelenting and put a lot of pressure on. Is that part of the strategy, or is it just happenstance that's what's happened to you guys in this tournament?
I don't know, actually.
Fair. I want to ask you about Nature's Prophet. Do you think that hero could be viable in position 4?
Yeah, sure. It's very strong because this patch is about laning. So every hero who is very strong on laning, he's strong in meta. So Nature's Prophet position 4 is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I also want to ask about Bounty Hunter. That was the one hero that I thought maybe SG would be able to get an edge because they had so many track kills. Do you feel like Bounty Hunter is pretty strong on this patch?
Yeah, it's strong, but it depends on opponent's hero and your team's hero. So if in some lineups like this, Bounty Hunter can do a lot of things and get fast level and get level 6 and tracks. And if you're not stronger in team fights, you have no chance to come back, even with tracks.
And how about pushing strats? We've seen a lot of the kind of all-in with 3 or 4 pushing heroes really fall flat this tournament. Do you think pushing is a little bit weaker? We thought it would be strong because the shrines are no longer there, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
No, I don't think so. I played like maybe 20 games in pubs, so every game is like fighting, and you have 15 kills in 20 minutes, and you're just going on high round at minute 15 or 17. So I think it's very fast meta. So in sometimes it will be games will be ends very fast. So I think push is just the same. It's not like better or worse.
And one last question: how are you personally enjoying this patch? Do you like the changes that Ice Frog has put out? Do you think the game is going in the right direction, or are some of these changes a little shaky?
Yeah, it's pretty strange feelings because from other hand it's another game, and just everything is kind of different. So it's just another game, and I can't say that I like this game more than it was last patch, because it's like, I don't know, it's very casual and it's very funny. So it's about funny, but not better in competitive.
Okay. So you don't like that the game is becoming a little bit more casual friendly?
No, I mean every change I like any changing of games. So it's new feelings about game, and I like it when you play one map again and again, and you have it's very annoying. So I think every patch is cool, no matter what is happening in it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I know you guys have more games coming up, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Folks, that's Lil from Virtus Pro. We're going to have another break, and then we're coming back. We've got a lot more Dota 2 coming your way. Back to the panel we go, just like that. Teleportation scroll in real life.
That's
you're a real life Phantom Lancer doppelganger here.
Yes, very good. Well, happy faces for Virtus Pro fans around the world. Unfortunately, SG Esports unable to do it. My prediction didn't come true, Trent. They weren't able to do it.
You tried. It's okay.
I tried.
I understand. I did the same thing with Fnatic.
After I saw the picks, Bounty Hunter and Dazzle, these are not really good pair up. After you lose laning stage, they had Bounty Hunter who hit level 6 at 30 and 40 minute mark. That's not what you want to have.
That's not
it's really hard to play from behind with these two supports.
It felt like SG put up maybe a better fight than we expected, though. That first 10, 15 minutes, even with the slow Bounty Hunter, it was pretty even at the beginning of that game.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was surprised Bounty Hunter even got through in the first place. I guess VP were kind of looking to have that sort of like one less hero on the enemy team, right? He's not someone that's impactful during fights. He does do something. He gives a lot of vision in the back line. He snipes some couriers, but he's one less hero to deal with, one less stun, maybe if you're trying to play a little bit aggressively. So in that sense, maybe it's something that you're okay with handing over. But overall, I'd still be looking to ban that, honestly. I feel like they do play the hero really well.
I don't know, Beastmaster... Once again, we see why he's banned in 2 games when he was picked. It was pretty much a one-sided game.
And it's so crazy how it feels like he's such a big focal point of the entire game, but he's first pick. You have this whole draft to look at him. You can say, I guess he was second pick technically this game. They had 2 heroes already, but still, you have all this time to find an answer, and he still dominates the game so much.
Yeah, it really started to feel like an outdraft as that game went on longer. A lot of those fights, it just felt like Virtus Pro had superior stuns, superior survivability, and then just more damage. I mean, we saw them take that top lane of Barracks through backdoor protection. A testament to just how much damage that team was putting out.
That's Virtus Pro right there. They love to have fun together.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have a Phantom Lancer, which, I don't know, I've said it a couple of times already. I don't feel the hero is strong.
He's not
you
had
get
a good turn.
like you have a diffusal blade, and after if you don't get like 5-10k net worth lead for your team with it, the hero just doesn't do anything. Or if you can get a Heart of Thorask and then finish the game because he's so tanky. After that, I mean, you can get another item, but it doesn't feel like you have an extra item.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Also, the Mirana, again, with a great performance. No one 16, 3, and 12, a great score, but that hero just feels unstoppable. I know we've brought it up a couple of times, the 3 leaps, she's very hard to kill, but the damage output that she's putting out now as a right clicker, it still impresses me. I still have vivid memories of like the Aghanims kind of spell casting Mirana.
No, please don't.
And we're back to the good old-fashioned right click, a proper
you
archer.
can use Aghanims on Mirana only if Io tethers you on level 15. That's
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Sorry,
There you go.
the new strats are coming out here, but
Heard it here first, folks.
yeah, I think the nice little tricore that they had going, right? Lifestealer has kind of been this hero that notoriously fell off after everyone was getting kind of sick and tired of single core Lifestealer drafts, losing every single game. I felt like they were pretty underwhelming, but I'd say the offlaner Beastmaster probably the best hero to have with him in terms of like the offlane, because he just, not only is he kind of his own carrying away, how much damage he can output, how much physical damage he brings, he obviously buffs up the Lifestealer too. So once you're out of that Infest Bomb, it's not just this one and done. You can actually attack so much, lifesteal so much more, thanks to that Inner Beast aura. And how about that Roche they took too, right?
Yeah.
Second
7
Roche,
seconds.
7
huh?
seconds. I mean, yeah, watch us go in the pit. We don't care. Does not matter in the slightest.
And we got to see Slardar finally. The 700 movement speed in the water.
Big fan.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really makes that much of a difference, but it's kind of cool to see.
Or you
My-
can go from bottom lane to top lane in a couple of seconds.
My opinion on it is just like the only problem with that is you're guaranteed to be spotted, right? Like,
There's usually wards around the
I
river.
mean, you have to.
right?
What are you gonna do? Like, wait like a train crossing to the lane, like creeps go through, and you're like, haha, I'm gonna slither my way up there. I suppose that's one possibility, but maybe with smokes and stuff, it could definitely be viable. Get Iron Shelled at the bottom by Darkseer, slither your way smoked all the way top, no more TPing, and make use of it up there. Okay, we figured it out.
We figured it out. All right, folks, we are going to have another break while the team set up for the next best of one. We've got a bracket to take a look at. It's Newbie versus Fnatic coming up next. A pretty exciting matchup here. Shouldn't it be
It should be
Newbie
OG.
versus OG?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that.